Ladies and gentlemen, my name is
Scott.
Hey, yo. Is that his younger brother? It's gonna be
Jeff.
The cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
And you're listening to
all of the great action figures from our good friends at Hasbro.
The Fullyposeable.
Have your own WrestleMania with all your favorite figures.
Wrestling figure.
Each sold separately from LJN.
Podcast.
And we are the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling.
Hey, welcome to episode 515 of the Fullyposeable Wrestling Figure Podcast, longest running episodic wrestling figure podcast going today. My name is Jeff, and sitting alongside next to me is my real life brother, not storyline brother, Scott. Scott, say hello.
Hello.
Scott, we are back from Thanksgiving. Bigger, fatter, fuller, pants tightening.
Yeah. Pants definitely tightened. I wore sweats. You didn't.
I wasn't even thinking about sweats when everything got changed on the day of. So,
yeah, as the great Ross from Friends would say, we had to pivot.
Yeah, pivoting. And dude, honestly, like once everything got changed, it was like, oh crap, I got to shower. I got to get the stuff from mom. I wasn't even thinking about sweatpants, dude. I just had to book it out of there and head up to Tracy, but that's okay. We had a good time. We ate a lot. That's all right.
Yeah, it was a good time, dude. Had a lot of food. We had to pivot again. It was change of location, but it worked out. And it was a great Thanksgiving. I hope everybody out there had a great one as well.
Yep. And we had the Cocoa apple pie as well.
Well, you did.
Yeah, I was the only one that ate the Cocoa apple pie.
You loved that Cocoa apple pie up in your mouth.
Oh, dude.
Put cream all over it.
No. You can't have it with cream.
Oh, wait, You didn't put whipped cream on yours?
No, dude, you don't put whipped cream on that.
You raw dogged it.
Oh, dude, you raw dog Cocoa apple pie every time. Dude, it's the best pie out there. Don't at me. Pumpkin pie trash, apple pie, delicious. Costco.
So good once it hits your lips.
Oh, God, it's so good, dude.
Yeah, so you went home with all the leftovers of that apple pie.
Yeah.
Like literally there was one slice taken out. I don't think anybody else took any.
Alana and Juan took 2 big slices.
Okay, got it. So to be fair, you took about a half a pie home.
Yes.
Did you finish it?
Not completely.
Okay, got it. Got it. So you didn't finish the whole pie. I thought for sure you were going to.
No, I didn't finish it. I got to get on Ozempic. I got to get on that.
Oh, man, I put on 5 pounds at Thanksgiving. Give me the shot.
Give me the shot right to the belly.
Well, you know, they're making a pill form of it.
Oh, nice.
There's a pill form coming of that.
So I have to shoot it up in my stomach, huh?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I couldn't do it anyway. I can't do needles, but it's going to be in a pill form. So maybe then I'll look at it. I don't know. Nice.
All right. How's everything else going, Scott?
Everything's good, man. It's freezing here, which is funny because like a lot of the Midwest and East Coast people are going to be like, oh yeah, California freezing. No, it's been like 40 and a little below 40 here in Tracy. So, I mean, for us, that's cold. That's really cold.
Steve Fontas out in Chicagoland area was sending me pictures of his backyard and how it's just covered in snow. He's all
snowed in.
He's all, oh, you coming out for the Christmas party? I was like, no way, dude.
Oh, hell no.
Absolutely not, man. One day I will make it out for his Christmas party, but that shit better be like 60 and sunny, you know?
It better be Christmas in July. Because December's a no-go.
I saw him in September, dude. That was Christmas in September. There we go. So
there you go. That's the way to do it.
Absolutely. If you guys want to get our shirts, head on over to Pro Wrestling Tees or whatamaneuver.net. You guys know where to follow us on the socials. Send us any audio questions, or anything else at all. Send it on over to fullyposeablewfp@gmail.com. Scott, real quick, we do have a question from Josh Thompson. It is... No, I don't want to go into my work email. God damn it. Screw that.
Yeah, you're not on company time. Come on now.
I'm always on company time. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hey, Jeff and Scott, JT here with something I haven't done in a while. Trivia. One wrestling related question and one wrestling figure related question, boys. Are you ready? Question 1. True or false? The 1991 Royal Rumble took place on Saturday, January 19th. Hold on. Okay, so wait. The 94 Royal Rumble was on a Saturday. They did a Saturday before. but was it 1991?
I think
They
89
did-
was on a Saturday too. And why do I think the first Royal Rumble was on a Saturday?
I thought that was on a weekday.
No, it wasn't a weekday.
Okay, we
I
can't.
was definitely off school that day. Yeah, well, no, I'm not going to use Google because that's cheating.
Yeah, we can't fact check this.
No, definitely not. That's not how you play trivia, folks. We stick by the rules mostly. I'm going to say it was a Saturday. I just don't know the date.
Okay, I'm going to say.
Can we phone a friend? Can we get a hold of Brian from the legendary
Oh,
podcast?
Brian will be able to give the exact date and everything without even having to fact check or anything.
If we had him on this week, he'd be like, yes, that is true. Or no, that is false.
But was it 90 or 91 that was on a Saturday?
I'm going to guess that it was on a Saturday, but the date's wrong.
I'm going to say true that it was on a Saturday.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to go false. And I mean, I know that we've kind of covered our bases here, that one of the two of us is going to be right, but I just have a feeling that he's baiting us with either Saturday or the date.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. All right. So
yeah, I'm going
can't-
false.
So I can't look down to read the answer because for question 2, the answers are down below. So I can't look below. So I'm going to read question 2. So,
Okay.
And then we'll go.
Our
over
answers are documented. We're good.
Question 2. Who was in Mattel's Ultimate Edition Series 1?
Oh, that was Rousey and Warrior.
I was about to say Rousey, but I forgot the other one. Yeah, good call. Rousey and
Yeah,
Warrior.
it was Warrior in his OWN gear.
Yep, exactly. Oh, yeah, it was easy. All right. All right. Answer 1. True.
Oh, you got it.
I actually didn't know that there was a Royal Rumble that took place on a Saturday night before. Oh, Saturday night before. I thought he was going to put before 1994 because 1994 was on a Saturday.
Okay, I want to check 88 now while you're reading his response.
For question number 2, Rousey and Warrior. So thank you, Josh Thompson. Thank you for the trivia. We always love trivia. We got to get Nate back on.
It's a good brain tease. I dig that.
Yeah.
Okay. Took place on January 24th, 1988, but it does not say what day of the week that was. So using my little Google machine here, January 24th, 1988.
Why do I want to say it was a Tuesday?
Oh, how funny. I Googled January 24th, 1988. It says several events occurred, including the 4th Sundance Film Festival's Grand Jury Prize for Heat and Sunlight, the first WWF Royal Rumble being won by Jim Duggan, and Mats Wilander winning the Australian Open men's tennis title. Were you upset about that, Jeff? Was Agassi in that tournament?
Believe Agassi was in that tournament.
Okay. You know what's funny is, it was a Sunday.
Oh, it was a Sunday. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finally, down at the bottom of this page, it says day of the week was a Sunday. Okay. There you
All
go.
right. All right. I knew that there was a Saturday prior to 1994. I just didn't know which Royal Rumble. 89, 90 could be Saturdays as well. I don't know.
Gotcha. The 89 Royal Rumble, I remember very well because Mom and Dad got it for us on pay-per-view.
Uh-huh.
And before the show started, Mom took, I don't remember if you were with us or not, but she took me to a card show I want to say in Oakland, like a sports card show.
Whoa.
And we got a bunch of autographed cards. The dude sold us like a whole stack of them. And now that I'm looking back, I'm like, they're probably all fake. There was no like hard case, little sticker for the rating and verified signature and certificate of authenticity. And all. There was none of that. It was literally just like a stack of autographed cards. And he's like, I'll give you a good deal, like $70 for all these. I think we got fleeced, dude.
Do you remember who was in those auto cards?
Oh, like Mike Greenwell, I know was one of them. RIP, by the way.
Boston Red Sox legend.
Yeah. There's arguments to be made. He should have won the 88 MVP, but that's beside the point. I want to say like there was a Canseco McGuire autograph in there.
Ooh.
I can't. Jim Rice, maybe. There were like a couple of Red Sox in there.
Okay.
Which now if I find them, I'll just burn them. But back then I was like, oh, cool autographs.
Yeah.
They're probably fake, dude. He probably signed them before he went into the show, threw them on his table. And hey, kid, look what I got.
Allegedly, Scott. Allegedly.
Yeah. At least he didn't tempt me into his van with free candy. Could have been worse. I'll take forged autographs for $70, Alex.
You got to take the good with the bad, dude.
Yeah, right.
Scott, prior to us going into this huge news section and what we're talking about in the nostalgia segment, we will be talking about WCW Super Brawl for the Super Nintendo video game.
Yeah, we're hitting you guys with another stinker. Sorry.
Yeah, it's trash. That's trash.
I mean, huge spoiler, but if you guys played it, you know what I'm talking about.
They're like, stop selling. We're going to stick around.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't shit on the game too early. Save some for the end.
But today, a new Transformer toy came out.
So I'm sure everybody has seen the Transformers toys that I think the company name is Robusen.
Robusen, yeah.
Robusen, right.
Yeah.
So they've made Optimus, Megatron, Bumblebee, Grimlock, and their latest edition is my favorite Decepticon of all time. Maybe my favorite Transformer of all time, Soundwave. Now, if you've seen these Transformer, you can't even call them figures. I'm going to call them works of art, Jeff. Masterpieces, if you will. They transform into their robot or whatever it is they're going to be, a car, a gun, in Soundwave's case, a boombox, and then they transform to their robot form. It's incredible. You can download an app on your phone with all these like preset commands. You can talk to it like Siri or Alexa. You can tell it to do things like Soundwave, follow me around the house. And you'll just like, why? It'll be like a little dog following your heels. Like, that's just amazing to me. Not only that, it's a Bluetooth speaker.
Mm-hmm.
The chest plate opens up, as you remember, the kids out there that were, or I should say, the guys out there or the gals out there were kids in the 80s. If you remember Blaster and Soundwave, they were the boom boxes of the Transformer universe. Very, very popular because boom boxes were popular then. But both characters had a pop out part on their chest for their cassette tapes. And they had transforming cassettes that went in there. Luckily, there was no tape to get all wound up. We had to get a pencil and twist it back in. But my guess is obviously they're going to make cassette tapes to go into Soundwave's chest. Would be cooler if he just came with them.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that these guys make transforming Transformers, real transforming Transformers, they're going to make the cassette tapes, most likely in a pack of 4. And it's most likely going to be $600 to $800, but they're going to transform themselves into the cassettes. My coworker, who was a Transformers nut, was like, dude, what if the cassettes launch out of the chest and transform before they hit the ground?
How would you even do that?
I don't know, but how did they make a transforming Transformer figure? We didn't need to do it yourself. You could just be like, hey, transform. And the boom, now they're a robot, or now they're a boombox, or now they are a tank or whatever. It's incredible what Robusen has done. The bad part, Jeff?
That price tag.
The price tag. Now, how many episodes in a row have we discussed budget and space? Not only is this thing big, this thing carries a price tag, which is a pre-order special, Jeff, with a discount, for the cool price of $999. How bad do you want a Soundwave in your collection?
I don't know, dude. I've got stuff to do around this house. I can't be spending $1,000 on Soundwave, but my God, is it beautiful.
It's so amazing.
For those who've seen Robusen or Robusen or whatever.
Robusen. Yeah.
But each one of these is amazing. I mean, you can find videos on YouTube of people just opening these things up and playing with them and putting them on their counters, talking to the Decepticons and the Autobots and stuff like that. Hey, transform, Optimus, you know?
Yep. Controlling with an app on their phone.
It's insane. And the Soundwave is no different. The Soundwave is just absolutely gorgeous, from the way it just transforms up, the way it goes down into a boombox type thing.
And it's a Bluetooth.
Bluetooth.
It has Bluetooth capability. It'll actually play music.
Yeah, exactly. You can have it play Poison and Motley Crue and stuff like that. Who would have thought?
If you don't play the Transformers movie soundtrack right out of the box, you're doing your life wrong.
Oh, come on now.
You've got the touch. Come on, dude.
What?
Come on. Are you going to tell me that that's not the best song from a soundtrack ever? You've got the touch.
You're kidding me.
Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit because we're talking about Transformers, but it's incredible. I can still listen to that song and get goosebumps, dude. I love that song.
The Crow soundtrack had way better songs than also the Last Action Hero soundtrack as well.
Highly underrated. Yes.
Very underrated. But the Crow and Last Action Hero?
Last Action Hero. Yeah. The Schwarzenegger bomb.
Yeah. That terrible movie. But the soundtracks were fantastic, dude.
So good. But the Transformers movie soundtrack kicks ass, and You've Got the Touch. I would play it, Jeff, but over Zoom, it's going to block it out. You wouldn't hear anything. It's so good. Go back and listen to it again. You're just crapping on it. Just crap on it. You fell asleep during the movie, so I don't think you get a vote.
I've watched it many of time over the years.
These are lies. You watch the one part where Optimus dies so you can shed a few tears, cleanse your system, and then you turn it off.
No, I've watched it, dude. I watched it at your place during Peyton's birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We did put that on.
Oh, wait. No, we got 50 minutes in and we ended up turning it off. I think we
turned it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of grown men sitting around crying about Optimus Prime dying again.
At a kid's party.
Yeah. The kids are like, what are you guys crying about? Did you not see Optimus turn gray? Do you not have a soul?
Come on, kids. Don't you understand what's just gone on right now? This traumatized us.
This is devastating.
But you guys can do a Google search. Just Google search Robusen and Soundwave, and it will bring it up. $999 on pre-order. As Scott said.
BBTS has it.
Oh, they do?
They do. It requires a $200 deposit.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
And let me guess, tariff surcharge, little notation down below too.
See, you don't see that when you pre-order. They don't have that part on there. It's only like what you're being charged flat price. Okay. And then once it goes into your pile of loot, then they hit you with the tax and all that stuff.
Goddamn tariffs are trash. Goddamn trash.
But yeah, no, it's incredible. And we're not sponsored by them. This isn't a Transformers podcast, but I know a lot of people, when we used to talk about like other toy lines, which we did a lot a few years ago, I know a lot of people enjoyed that. I know a lot of people that listen to this are into Transformers or were into Transformers. Even if you aren't into them anymore, but you used to watch it in the 80s, just go look at the YouTube video of it. If anything, it's just going to tickle your nostalgia fancy for 4 minutes in the video, and then you're good, right? But if you're a hardcore Transformers fan, and I mean a hardcore, it's something you want to consider. Like my coworker was like, "Oh, dude, like, how do I do this one? He's not going to, but he wants to." And again, I looked at it. I was like, "Man, if I had it, I would do it."
I won't say names. I won't say how I know him, but he's trying to figure out how to buy it without his wife knowing. So we'll see.
So you have somebody actually in the game, possibly.
They're trying to figure out how to finagle it and keep it a secret from everybody. So,
oh wow, okay, yeah, my coworker doesn't have the balls to do that. So, yeah, he loves Transformers, but he don't love them that much.
This guy's trying to go incognito mode on Soundwave. Yep.
That's yep. That might be how you have to do. I'm not even gonna ask. My coworker has a fiance, and he's like, no, I'm not asking her if I can spend $1,000 on a Transformer. He would do maybe like 200 on multiple Transformers, but he's like $1,000 on one. It's just I can't swing that.
But if you guys want, do that Google search for Soundwave Robusen. Scott, real quick before we get into all this news and we get into horrible WCW Super Bowl, guys, we're selling it.
Spoilers, sorry.
We're selling it to you guys. But did you pick up anything?
I did. Surprisingly, I'm like, no, I know normally I'm like, no, Christmas is coming, blah, 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 blah. Well, today was a little bit different. This was actually all today, Jeff, and I'm going to start low on the totem pole. So I went to Peyton and I once a week. She'll ask me the night before she wants to. She'll go, Dad, can we go get our drinks tomorrow? I go, yeah, we'll go get our drinks. What that means is on the way down, there's this big long street that I go down to get Peyton to school. It's called Grant Line Road. So going down Grant Line Road, there's a ton of like liquor stores, gas stations. There's a 7-Eleven, a Jack in the Box, Taco Bell. So when she says, let's go get our drinks, it's stopping at one of those places so she can get an energy drink and a snack for school that day. Like today, for example, she's going to be there until almost 10 o'clock because she's got her play this weekend. And so they're doing tech week. And so it's a whole thing. Anyway, she needed her energy drink. So we go to this gas station called like the North Pole or something. Anyway, we go inside. They got a good selection of energy drinks and snacks and stuff. So she gets her energy drink and we pass by and I'm like, You know what's funny, Peyton, is like, I was like, I don't see Prime at these gas stations anymore. Like, do they even sell Prime anymore? And I saw 4 bottles of Prime there, and I go, oh, they do sell it. They had 1 row of red chill,
Okay.
2 rows of blue chill, and the 4th row, Jeff, was
Is that the Aaron Judge?
Aaron Judge Prime in the black and white pinstripe bottle.
Whoa.
That says Aaron Judge 99, and on the side has like his swinging logo.
Whoa.
He's like post home run swing.
Uh-huh.
So I had to buy this. It was like $2 or $3, something like that, because it goes nicely, Jeff, with my white bottle Prime Aaron Judge that does not have that logo on it, but does say 99 Aaron Judge on the top. Tim actually got this for me last year. So now I've got a second bottle of Aaron Judge Prime that will not be opened. Obviously, no drinks taken from it. So that was starting off the day.
Okay.
Then 9 o'clock rolled around, and for Monster High Club members on Mattel Creations, you could pre-order a maximum of 2 Edward Scissorhands Monster High dolls.
What?
Yeah, they made it Edward. They gender bent it so it's a female, because mostly all the Monster High dolls that they do that are like the high end ones, they are all female. So even Beetlejuice, like if it's a male character, they do it female style. So that's what Edward Scissorhands was. And they allowed you to get a maximum of 2. So I was able to score it because last month I missed out on, actually it was earlier in November. We were on the way to Kiss, and I completely forgot that the Shining dolls went up for pre-order for the Monster High Club members.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I jumped on, sold out.
Oh.
Then the next day they go public sale. So Thursday was the pre-sale for the Monster High, sold out. And that one was a maximum of 2. So Friday rolls around. I set my alarm. Now keep in mind, I'm in Vegas. I set my alarm. I wake up. I'm on the site. I'm logged in. The Shining dolls pop up. Boom. I hit pre-order. I got stuck in the queue.
Oh, no.
I never got out of it. It just came up. Boom. Your item is sold out.
Oh,
so I missed out on the Shining dolls for Peyton, and I was pissed because she wanted, her and Shannon both wanted those. So when I saw that Edward Scissorhands was coming up, I'm like, I'm not missing that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I got it, but I bought 2. And the reason I bought 2 is I don't normally do this, but I want to try to flip one of the Edward Scissorhands to try to get the Shining that I missed out on last month.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. So I've got 2 on the way. We'll keep the better looking of the 2. And then I'll try to flip the other one with some cash probably to try to get the Shining dolls. So yeah. So that started the morning with an Aaron Judge Prime, then moving into Monster High. Then a little later in the day, I saw on BBTS that they had the Sabrina Carpenter Man-Child Funko Pop up for pre-order. And so I hit up Peyton and I was like, do you need this one? What was that?
What's Man-Child?
Her album.
Oh, okay.
Or her song on her new album, which I think is called Man's Best Friend. But it was like her first single that she dropped off the album. But it's basically based on that video. Okay. It's a Funko Pop of her. And Peyton has her first one. She didn't have this one yet on pre-order anywhere. So I pre-ordered that one on BBTS. So far I've gotten myself an Aaron Judge drink, and I've gotten Peyton an Edward Scissorhands Monster High and a Sabrina Carpenter Funko. And I ended my toy purchase day, Jeff, because long story short, I got a new phone. My old charging station doesn't work with it. Right. So I had to buy a new charging station, which was only $16. It's one of those 3-in-1s where you do your watch, your phone, and your AirPods. $16. And it said, if you spend another $8, you can get shipping today. Oh, and I'm like, well, I've had my eye on that Warrior and Honky for quite a while. Let's just see what they're charging for it. Because it had been down. I think the lowest I saw it was like $60. And I think that was last week.
Right.
So I check, it was 63. I'm like, well, that's $17 off. It covers my additional $8 I had to spend to get shipping today. So I placed the order, and I got home from work, and Warrior and Honky were sitting on my porch.
It's cool that you only had to spend $8 more, so you spent an extra 54.
Don't judge me. You needed a dryer and bought a television. So
Hey, it all makes sense in my head. Leave me alone.
well, it all made sense in mine. I'm like, hey, I get them today. I'm going to buy them today.
I can't wait to see what your review of those are.
Well, if you look over my right shoulder, you can see them right there.
Oh, yeah. There they are.
There's the boxes. I'm not going to open them. And the reason being, Jeff, is I've already got Honky inside the Detolf.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got like at least 3 Warriors inside there. So I think those are going to stay in the box and they'll get displayed up in the closet, the beautiful box art that it is, because that's the last of the 2-packs. So
yes. Yep.
I will cherish it because I love the 2-pack look.
All right. Nice, man. You know what frustrated me this past week is I went to multiple Targets and I still couldn't find LJNs, but yet I'm seeing pictures all over. And this ain't a bitch fest, but I'm totally about to turn this into a bitch fest. However, I went to multiple Targets, could not find LJNs. I was not a happy camper. Went to ours, I even went to the trash one in Hayward's, trash regarding wrestling figures. It's okay for the rest of the store, but when you go there for wrestling figures, it's trash. Like there's no point in going there if you're looking for wrestling figures.
I actually saw somebody posted a picture of a Target that had them on an end cap and not like your end cap of the aisle. It was like that side end cap where they put like the legends or whatever. They have an LJN one like that, apparently, because somebody snapped a picture of it.
Yeah. You think ours out here has anything like that? No. Trash. Anyways, it sucked.
Yeah. Ours was fleeced too. I checked ours. Nothing. Same boat.
It was one of those, like, we've had this built up in our systems ever since San Diego Comic-Con. Like, oh my God, we thought it was going to be October. It didn't happen. But then when we found out for sure that it was going to be Black Friday, we're like, oh, we're like rubbing our nipples, shit like that, getting bonered up and everything.
No, at least once a day.
And then you go and then there's nothing. And it's like, wait, Black Friday is supposed to happen. And then you're like scrolling Facebook and you're like, oh, that's cool. They have it. And you're just kind of deflated. You want that feeling. We've talked about that feeling ever since San Diego Comic-Con.
Like just to see one in the wild on a peg or on a shelf, like just to see one out, zero, none, not even a Logan Paul. So Jeff, I'm quickly resigning myself to one of two things. Either A, I'm not going to get this figure, or B, I am going to get this figure, but I'm going to have to order it off the website and hope that it's the blue card.
I think you're just going to have to suck it up, dude, and just go for the website. I know you've been wanting that feeling. You've been wanting that nostalgic feeling of 2020, or sorry, I apologize, like 1985 Scott or 1986 Scott walking in, seeing LJNs. But I think you're just going to have to resort to just picking it up off your porch and popping it open that way and just feel the butterflies that way.
Yeah. And, ultimately, I guess it's pulling a positive out of a negative that these figures are so popular. And that's why you're not seeing them out in the wild. But another thing to bring up, Jeff, is the amount of publicity that WWE TV is putting into these figures. It's almost like the 80s all over again.
Yep.
I mean, I really want to see somebody come out wearing that Macho Man robe and open it up and have a bunch of the LJNs on the inside, like that figure Latoonie's going to make. But the Macho Man from the commercial where he opens up the robe and he's with Liz and he's got all of his own figure inside. It'd be so awesome if somebody did that. Like CM Punk would be the perfect guy to do something like that. Cause he's like the huge Macho Man stan in that group, but it just speaks volumes to the popularity of the LJN line, the love that we have for it, but it's only getting stronger with the push that WWE TV is giving it. Right? Because now they're pushing it to everybody. So everybody's going to be on the hunt for these things. If they continue doing this kind of stuff, I think it's almost a lock that the next Mattel crowdfund actually funds. If they can put this kind of effort into pushing that crowdfund, it's almost a guaranteed lock that it's going to happen.
All right. So I'm changing up the pre-order section just for this month, but this is more of Black Friday deals that I've kind of seen. One, I wanted to say subscribe to all these like a third party mailing list, because they've been pumping out some discount codes and discounts and everything going on. So subscribe to all their mailing lists because they will email you with percentages off for whatever deals they're running. So check out those third party companies, check out Sean, check out Major, check out all those groups, Latoonie. Latoonie was running some Black Friday deals. So
Yes,
check
they
them.
were.
So check them all out. Latoonie.com, collectmajor.com, KWK brand on Instagram. They were all running Black Friday deals. So keep checking with them. Also check out Ringside Collectibles because as of today, they were up to Black Friday 2.0. I am saying this, their AEW figures are dirt cheap.
Oh,
Dirt cheap. So if there's any AEW figures like the Tony Storm that we got signed for Dobro.
For Dobro? Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's $25.
Wow.
Man, like I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to pull the trigger because I want that sign just like we did for Dobro because
it looked really good with the red.
And I mentioned this right after WrestleMania. She sold me. She was fantastic in person. She was great.
Yeah, stayed in character the whole time.
Stayed in character, made me want to get that figure. Now is my opportunity to get it.
Yeah.
Get that figure. And on top of that, get that sign from her. So from Tony Storm, I should say. So that figure's on the Black Friday deal. As of right now, there's 10 pages worth of deals going on right there. I'm not going to go through all 10 pages on the show because no, that's just ridiculous. So come on now. But also, Scott mentioned it earlier, the Ultimate Warrior and Honky Tonk Man on Amazon as of today for $63.90. That's a Black Friday deal. There's many Black Friday deals to be had. So please scour, please sign up for mailing list to get percentages off. Also, one other thing that just popped up, and I want to thank Keith Brockus for this. This is from Grapplers and Gimmicks. After careful consideration, listening, and review, we have come to the decision that we will lower the price of our newly released Regium Godwins 2-pack. Regium?
Regium?
To $79.99 with the same free shipping in the USA and the UK. We have found a few ways to make this work better for us as a company and for you as a customer. As a courtesy, the few hundred customers who purchased them at the initial price of $119.99 will receive a partial refund in store credit of $43. You will receive this in email form when your figures ship. These customers will also receive another free incentive in the future for their loyal support.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
Yeah.
Somebody lowering prices for a change.
Yeah, it's $79.99.
Yep, for sure. I mean, they're obviously going to move more of those units now.
And if you go to hasseltoy.com, their Regium figures of the Godwins are right there and in stock, free USA shipping, $79.99. So if you guys want the Godwins, head on over to hasseltoy.com.
Essentially, that's the price of two Ultimates right there.
Exactly. Now I'm hoping he does that with the Strike Force figures.
I was going to say, are you waiting for the Strike Force news there, Jeff?
I'm waiting for the Strike Force figures to get lower, dude.
As they say, PayPal ready.
All right. More news. Figures Toy Company. They're back in the news. They came out with a merch stand accessory. So it's basically your indie show merch stand. It had a cage with some t-shirts, some belts, had a table. And yeah, it's the merch stand accessory to go along with your play sets.
And a merch slanging guy.
A merch slanging guy that is available for the merch stand over at Figures Toy Company.
And of course, it has a breakable table. So you can have your battles at the merch table.
Yep.
Pretty cool. As somebody in our Facebook group said that they have kind of found their niche, and it seems to be play sets and rings.
Mm-hmm.
So good for them, man. It's a great looking set. It really is.
All right. We have never spoken of these before, but Really Weird Wrestling. And if you go to reallyWeirdWrestling.com, that's reallyWeirdWrestling.com, they have muscle style figures of the System, which is Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, and Moose. These are 2-inch muscle style figures, $24.99. They are limited to 300, and they have different color variations. Flesh colored, purple colored. I know what you're about to say, Scott. I saw you starting to snicker.
Some eyes light up.
And glow in the dark. That is the System from TNA with Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, and the Moose. And Moose.
TNA of the new television deal.
Yeah, they got an AMC deal now going on.
Good for them. Walking Dead leaves, TNA comes in.
I'm really happy for them. That's awesome.
I am too.
That's
Absolutely.
a big contract for them right there.
It puts them into a bigger network,
Mhm.
right? It's a win. It's a huge win for TNA. Like you said, Jeff, I'm also very, very happy for them.
Yep. All right. Title Run Toys. They showed off the sketch art of Danny Davis. So Danny Davis will be with Title Run Toys.
Retro
style.
Danny Davis.
Yep. To go with your retro Jim Neidhart and your retro Bret Hart.
Yeah, and your retro Jimmy Hart.
To face your retro Sam Houston, like we saw at the Oakland Coliseum.
Nobody's having that match, dude.
Nobody's having that match, dude. All right, to fight Tito Santana. How about that?
Yeah, notice nobody's ever said like, hey, dude, I wish they made a Sam Houston LJN.
I don't want to be mean to Sam Houston, but have you noticed not even the third-party companies are going after Sam Houston?
Which, all right, I didn't know I was going to be doing a deep dive on Sam Houston tonight. It's my fault. I brought it up.
Hey, you started the shit.
I did. I thought when he came in, he was going to be a way bigger deal. Like he was kind of pushed when he first came in. He was featured on Saturday mornings, right? That's how we got introduced to new talent back in the day. They would debut on Saturday morning. He didn't lose a match for a while, to the best that I can recall.
Wasn't he on WCW or NWO prior to WWE?
He was in the NWA.
That's how we knew about him.
Right, but I'm talking WWF strictly. I'm not talking about the NWA. So like we knew of him.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But even in the NWA, he was like a Heritage States champion or one of those like belts that came in from another territory that would get defended randomly on like a Starrcade 86 or something. He held one of those titles. So you knew he was good.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He wasn't like a megastar or anything like that, but he had great matches in NWA. So when he came into the WWF, he didn't lose for a while. You're like, oh, okay, this guy's going to be like, he's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just jobbed. He just became enhancement talent in no time. And you're like, what the hell happened? Like when he first came in, I'm like, oh, they're going to make a figure of him. They never did. But if one of those third-party companies or one of the independent companies did pick him up, I mean, he's a perfect, like Latoonie, for example. I think he would fit perfectly into the LJN line. Slots right into that time frame.
Okay. He does slot in perfectly into that timeline, but
a lot of people remember Sam Houston, dude.
Well, they remember him, but would they be willing to drop $50 to $60 on an LJN style figure of Sam Houston?
That's the gamble, right?
Yeah, I know.
Not to knock Sam Houston. I don't recall any Sam Houston figures off the top of my head, but I think he's one of those names that deserves one.
I still remember 2 Sam Houston matches. The one we saw him in at the Oakland Coliseum.
Uh-huh.
And I remember watching an NWA Saturday night, and it was a 9-minute match against a jobber.
Oh no, that's bad.
For 8.5 minutes, he worked this jobber's arm, right? Just kept destroying this jobber's arm. Like the jobber can't lift his left arm, right?
Hits him with a bulldog.
Hits him with a goddamn bulldog. And it's like, why the hell did I just sit through an 8.5 minute Sam Houston match of him working the arm just to finish him off with a bulldog? Like, no, break his arm like Penta does or something like that, dude.
That's just rude. That's rude. Like you're gonna beat the guy. You set him up with a headache, but he also has a sore arm now too.
God damn it. Anyways, that's Danny Davis from Title Run Toys. Which led on to an 8.5 minute talk about Sam Houston.
Well, I believe Danny Davis beat to start getting himself over as a wrestler.
All right, let's go over to Latoonie. We've mentioned them a couple times already. For the retro style figures, there is going to be a Warrior face paint, Ultimate Warrior face paint, Andre the Giant, which is a retro style or Hasbro style figure. Will be in his blue singlet. That's Andre number 1. Andre number 2 is, and Scott, you just sent this to me right before we started recording. It will be Machine Andre.
So neither really fits the Hasbro era, but 2 very memorable Andre moments, in my opinion. The Giant Machine for sure, which I think slots better into like his LJN style or the BRGs.
Yep.
And the machine, that would fit better. But that face paint Andre, the Majors did that one. And I want to say Latoonie did a face paint Andre like LJN style also.
You're correct.
But this is the first stab at a retro face paint Andre, right?
Yep.
Okay. So it doesn't really fit the Hasbro era, but it's still cool that they put him into a retro form. It's a good looking figure.
Now, also sticking with Latoonie, they announced that they are going to be doing Everest Demolition figures.
Yes, to go with the Road Warriors.
Let's head over to the big rubber guys, and their baseball figures were shown off. Macho Man in the Cincinnati Reds outfit. Scott, did you take a peek at the packaging of the big rubber guy, Macho Man in the Cincinnati?
I did not.
Look again at it, because it's very starting lineup-esque.
Oh, really?
Go take a peek at it again. It's very starting lineup-esque.
I love that they did that. That is awesome. Nice callback, you guys.
I have a feeling Brian Myers might have had something to do with that, but
most likely. And that's, you know what? That's the great part about us old heads, man. We can call it back. And I love that they put the starting lineup spin on it. That is fantastic.
So Macho will be in the Cincinnati Reds outfit. He'll have the Cincinnati Reds jacket, top hat, all that stuff. It'll be in red and white. Also for their mascot series, it's Mr. Met and Philly Fanatic.
Trash. Burn it down.
How dare you talk about Philly Fanatic like that?
All right. Philly Fanatic's fine.
Yeah, he's a legend.
That other one?
Mr. Met's cool. Mrs. Met's cool too.
I want to see Judge take a bat to him. Hit that ball out of the park.
To a mascot. It's cool when mascots fight. I love when mascots fight. So the Yankees don't have a mascot, huh?
No.
Okay, so there's no...
Because they're grown-ass men, see?
So there's no mascots that you would be interested in, huh?
Maybe a San Diego Chicken. And I think it would be really cool if they could land the Pete Rose deal so that you could take the chicken's head off and it's Pete Rose underneath. I think that would just be... I mean, that's going to get my wallet out of my pocket. You know what I mean? Like that is just... That's a figure you would have to have in your collection, I would think. Any kid from the 80s, you know who Pete Rose is. If you watched WrestleMania in the mid-90s, you know who Pete Rose is. Yep. And to put him in that costume would just be absolutely incredible.
I've always been a fan of the Houston Astros orbit. I know you don't like the Astros, but their
horrible conversation.
Their mascot is fantastic. He's an alien and he's great. He's hilarious. Also, I'd be interested if they did the Giants Lucille with 3 championship rings. I would be interested in getting that.
Ooh, that's a good call right there.
If it was just Lucille, I don't know. But if he comes with those 3 championship rings that he walks around with the stadium with, I'd be interested in getting that.
Oh, maybe they'll do them.
Maybe. So that is Big Rubber Guys. Ringside Collectibles, they showed off some new figures and new figures as well with Demolition. 6-inch scale figures. Variant was different face paints. They do have variants. They do come with masks. And yeah, Demolition 6-inch scale. They're trying to beat Mattel to the market.
Yeah, alternate heads, masks. I couldn't believe it when these dropped. I'm like, oh, dude, like they look so good.
Mm-hmm.
So good. And I like that they did the variants like they did with the Road Warriors. So basically, Ringside has now done 4 2-packs, 2 Road Warriors, now 2 Demolition. People already have them in hand. So, I mean, we've got the figures out there. And all the pictures I've seen, they just look great.
And everybody's raving about them, how good they are.
Yeah. Now, I've already got them. I literally pre-ordered the Mattels, 3-4 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. If I didn't have those on pre-order, I would absolutely 100% be getting that set of Demolition.
Yeah. The tough thing is when they come out with Demolition Ultimates, it's like I keep thinking in my head for Ringside, Mattel's gonna make Ultimate 2-packs like they did with the Steiners. I just keep thinking that in my head that this is gonna happen, and I can't wait for it.
How many Demolition figures do you need? Right, that's kind of what you're driving at. Is like, how many different looks of Demolition do you need in your collection? Jeff, the answer is all of them.
That's true. You're right.
Yep, the answer is all of them. So we had discussed them possibly falling into the Coliseum collection. Now that it's not 2-packs anymore, I have way less interest in Demolition being in the Coliseum collection. I don't want Axe and Smash as singles figures with that box art.
Mm-hmm.
I would way prefer to see them like the Dudley's 2-pack, the Usos, the Steiners, the NWO Hall and Nash 2-pack. I would prefer to see them in something like that with the box art that they do on those 2-pack. I don't want individual figures of Demolition in a collector set like that. It doesn't do anything for me, right? I'm going to get them singles as elites. That's fine. But as like a tag team celebration set, I think Ringside did it perfectly as a 2-pack. And I'm waiting to see what Mattel does, be it Ultimate Edition or otherwise. I'm kind of curious to see what they end up doing, but I really don't want them as singles figures in the Coliseum collection.
Okay.
Just a preference.
Well, what if they did Axe and Warlord? If they still have Warlord under a deal, we don't know.
I don't think they do because they haven't done a Warlord figure in quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they did, they could do Fuji too, right? You could do Fuji and Axe in the Coliseum collection. I would be not really too excited about that.
Okay.
Because there's no Smash. We're getting Fuji in a Legends figure here pretty soon with his regular and painted face. So they kind of cover all their bases right there. Mm-hmm. So I think they just kind of back themselves into a corner that doesn't really allow them to do Coliseum collection Demolition / Mr. Fuji.
Sticking along with Ringside Collectibles, they also released or showed off pictures, I should say, of Ring the Bell. Those are those Remco style figures that they came out with Steiners and LOD last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was a year or two ago.
They showed off Demolition. They'll have the masks and chaps as well.
Yeah, very cool. What a time to celebrate Demolition.
Dude,
I love it.
This freaking news is all about Demolition, dude. We got Demolition Everest figures. We got Demolition Ring the Bell. We got Demolition 6-inch scale figures. This is all about Demolition.
Yeah, I love it. We went from, it's like feast or famine, right? We didn't have Demolition figures for years. And now, boom, here's a whole bunch of news about new Demolition figures. Plus, we're still getting the Mattels. And, sky's the limit for what Mattel can do with them. I'm excited.
All right. Speaking of Mattel, they did show off a series lineup of Elite Series 125. That's Coco Beware, Julia, Stephanie Vakir, Jacob Fatu, Crush, and Cody Rhodes. That's Elite Series 125 lineup. SummerSlam Series 7, China, Triple H, Mankind, and Steve Austin. And the Build-A-Figure for the SummerSlam series this upcoming year is Jesse Ventura. That is SummerSlam Series 7.
Nice. So, Jeff, I was on Facebook the other day, and I follow an account called M&M Figure Clothing and Accessories.
Yeah.
Really cool dude. I really enjoy his content. He just hit like a follower milestone, so congratulations to him for that. If you don't follow him and you're on Facebook, I highly recommend going and following him. But he had an interesting question that he posed to his community. And I'm going to run it by you because I'm kind of curious as to what your answer is going to be. And for those of you listening at home, feel free to play along. If Mattel could remake one classic Toy Biz, Hasbro, or Jakks figure with today's technology, meaning you're going to put them into a 6-inch scale, which would you choose? Now, Jeff, I will allow tag teams.
So they get to remake any Jakks, Hasbro, or LJN?
No, Jakks, Hasbro, or Toy Biz.
Or Toy Biz is trash. Get that out of
here. You're like, well, mine got narrowed down. Okay. So since you're going to throw Toy Biz out, let's throw LJN in.
So the first one that comes to the brain is the British Bulldogs 2-pack from LJN.
Okay. But it says with today's technology. So would you want them in their LJN inspired line, or would you want them in the 6-inch line?
I'd want them in the Coliseum collection because
okay,
that's technically today's technology, right?
But the fact that they would be packaged as singles, like that doesn't.
That doesn't bother me, dude.
Okay, so the Heart Foundation 2-pack, the Coliseum collection.
Mm-hmm.
If that was singles,
doesn't bother.
Oh man, it must be OCD or something with me. I want the 2-pack. I have just so fallen in love with that box art. And the fact that they changed it to singles just bugs me so bad that I'm already like, I don't want Demolition in the Coliseum collection.
Okay.
I would want what Ringside does with their Mattel 2-packs, the Ultimate Editions. That's not my answer for this question, but what would you want?
It would be the British Bulldogs in Coliseum collection.
That's your final answer.
That's my final answer.
So you didn't go Owen Hart.
Mm-mm.
You didn't go Midnight Express. You didn't go Nikita Koloff.
All right. Now you're throwing a bunch of... Sorry, my brain went straight to British Bulldogs.
It always does. And that's okay, because you got to figure those Coliseum collections, those Ultimate Editions would most likely include that Raglan shirt that you love.
Did Eminem, did he say they had to be under a deal or just redo any of the?
It's a wish list.
Okay, so I'm okay with Mattel not doing Owen Hart. Nikita Koloff would be, it would be cool, but it would be plain, if that makes sense. Who
Nikita?
was the other? It'd just be the red Soviet Union singlet.
But what if it's the black one?
Oh shit. Yeah, but they didn't come out with the black one. Are you saying Mattel could take liberties on the clothing too?
Of course. I think he is more about the name and less about the actual appearance of the figure, because I mean, Mattel can paint it however they want. Right. And if this is your wish list, then you could spin it however you want. The other one was the Midnight Express. There's also your favorite tag team of all time that you didn't mention.
Okay. Why did I have to throw this out to us? God damn it.
See, as I started to like go through my Rolodex of figures that those guys put out, I'm like, this would be a tough question for Jeff. I had a feeling you were going to go straight to British Bulldogs. That's why I was like, okay, I'm going to throw these other ones at him. Let's see if we can change his mind.
Okay. I would definitely go Midnight Express.
Oh, that's your final answer.
Because I want Sweet Stan and I want Bobby Eaton. And I would love for Mattel to do different variations of them in the pink. I would love for them to do the blue. I would love for them to do the black. Maybe Midnight Express.
Okay.
And another reason I say that is because Rock and Roll Express is signed to a few companies. They've already had the BRGs. To my knowledge, they're still signed with Zombie.
Yeah, for the 2-pack, the retro.
So they're signed to companies. So there's a opportunity that we will get Rock and Roll Express 2-packs, 6-inch. Midnight Express is only, to my knowledge, we don't know, but we don't know the contract with Figures Toy Company.
Right.
They're only signed to Figures Toy Company. I would love for Mattel to do the Midnight Express.
Okay. And okay, now in what form?
Oh, it's got to be Sweet Stan and.
No. I mean, like, do you want an elite of them? Do you want a tag team 2-pack like they've done with the Steiners? And okay.
Yes.
Okay.
They have to be. And it has to be Sweet Stan and Bobby Eaton.
Okay. Got it. So not LJN.
Nope.
You want the tag team 2-pack like the Dudleys and okay. Got it. That's a great choice. I'm actually shocked you didn't say Rock and Roll Express, but your explanation makes sense that Zombie could include them in his Pinnacle line and you're good.
Well, Zombie, I don't think is going to be doing the Pinnacle line anymore because
it's done.
I thought it was done. I thought he put the kibosh on that because of tariffs and just everything that was going on at that time. So
gotcha.
So if I'm not mistaken, it's done. However, Rock and Roll Express, there's more opportunities for them to get 6-inch scale figures.
Yeah.
Midnight Express and that Figures Toy Company deal
it's in the abyss. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, Midnight Express.
Okay. Very good. Very good. I like it. I could picture that 2-pack, but how cool would it be if AEW Supremes had 2-packs and they actually did Legends figures? Because then, as you mentioned, you could get different Midnight Express looks all in one box with the swappable lower half of the body. You can do different tights, different trunks, different jackets. So
who were your guys's, or who did you pick?
Oh, I'm not playing this game. You're playing this game.
Wait, you've had like 18 days to sit on this. What? Who was yours?
I was torn. A huge part of me wants the Rock and Roll Express, just because I don't have the Jakks 2-pack. I have the Midnight Express Jakks 2-pack. Mm-hmm. So I literally have no Rock and Roll Express figures in my collection. Thanks, Power Town. Assholes. So I think my pick is the Rock and Roll Express. I've got British Bulldogs. I've got Midnight Express. I could land in Nikita if I really wanted to, but that Rock and Roll Express Jakks 2-pack is so damn expensive on the secondary market that it would be amazing if Mattel landed them and did a ringside exclusive tag team set.
Okay. I like it.
Could you imagine if Mattel was able to do the blue tag belts with them?
Mm-hmm.
Or you could do the blue tag belts and the original NWA tag team titles that they first won. You could do both of those in the set.
I don't like those first tag belts. I didn't like those.
You know what? It's not a matter of really liking them. It's a matter of the history involved with it. And they're actually putting out into figure form and just getting all the belts. I'm a big fan of belts.
The blue tag belt. That's the way to go.
Oh, for sure. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. It's unfortunate that M&M did not include Gloob on this list because my answer would have been Doom.
That's another one. They got to get Butch Reed under a deal.
We've been asking for that for years. How many times have we done a wish list where we're like, damn it, make Butch Reed? They've got Simmons.
Yeah, because you could do Butch with blonde hair, with dark hair. You could do it with Doom. Like you said, they have Ron Simmons. There's so many iterations of Butch Reed that they could put him in.
Mid-South Butch Reed, the natural Butch Reed, Doom Butch Reed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's 3 right there.
Yeah, keep going.
On Ringside, you could do a tag team 2-pack of Doom. And as much as we've been wanting Doom, those would move quick. I mean, probably not like Demolition quick, knowing the collector community, but there have been a lot of requests for Doom. And Butch Reed is one of those guys. I can't believe that nobody has picked him up and made a figure of him yet. He's like one of those names just kind of twisting in the wind out there. Somebody needs to snatch him up and make figures of Butch Reed. Preferably Mattel, because they have Simmons under a deal, and I have been wanting a Doom set since the Galoob mishap of sweatpants and tennis shoes. So if he had included Galoob on this list, it would actually replace the Rock and Roll Express with Doom.
Yeah, different looks of Doom you could do too, with mask, without mask. And
yes, exactly. Separate heads. I mean, the money prints itself.
Yep.
At that point.
All right. That is it for the news. As I said in the nostalgia segment, we are going over WCW Super Brawl for the Super Nintendo. All right. Super Brawl is not memorable.
It was made in 1994. I had no idea that it was coming out.
You didn't?
Zero. None. I had no clue that this was coming out, which, by the way, it was the only WCW game made for the Super Nintendo.
Correct.
So this came out the same year as the WWF Royal Rumble game. When you play Royal Rumble and then you play this, you're going to turn this off and put Royal Rumble back in.
Yep.
I know, because that's what I did. And I bought this at full price. I literally walked into, I want to say it was Electronics Boutique. I was hanging out with Nick that day. We had gone to the mall. We were at Stone Ridge, walked into EB or EB Games or Electronics Boutique, whatever they call it at the time. And I was just looking through their Super Nintendo games and I saw this and I'm like, holy crap, Sting's on the cover. Incredible. I'm buying it. And I think Super Nintendo games at that time were like 49 or 59 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Bought it, got home, couldn't wait to play it. I popped it in, and all those bad memories of popping WrestleMania into the Nintendo, the NES, came flooding back as this shit show of a game just presented itself on the television. And I go, I got duped. They got my $60. They're like the Virgil of video game makers, man. They got my money. I was pissed.
Definitely not memorable. Now, what was WCW Super Brawl for the SNES? WCW Super Brawl Wrestling is a professional wrestling video game published by FCI Incorporated for the Super Nintendo system in 1994. The third World Championship Wrestling video game is named after the pay-per-view Super Brawl. It was the only WCW game to be released on the SNES and the last to be produced by FCI Incorporated. A Sega Genesis version was planned, but never released.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Because it was trash.
Because of sales and reviews. Now, what's funny, Jeff, is if they had waited just a little bit longer, like another 6 to 7 months, they might have been able to get Hogan into this game, and that definitely would have helped its sales to have Hogan on the cover of it.
Yeah.
But even with putting Hulk Hogan into this game, it would not have helped it at all.
Now, who is the roster of this WCW Super Brawl? Roster consists of top WCW superstars of that time, each with their own signature move. The lineup include Barry Windham, Flying Brian, The Natural Dustin Rhodes, Johnny B. Bad, Nature Boy Ric Flair, Rick Rude, Rick Steiner, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, All-American Ron Simmons, Scott Steiner, Sting, and Vader. That's an impressive roster right there for everybody.
Absolutely. So, I mean, you flip the box over, you see all these guys that are in the game. You're like, there's no way this could be bad. This is going to be incredible. I can't wait to go home and play this. This is where the narrator steps in and goes, he wishes he didn't buy the game.
It was at this moment.
Exactly.
You're sitting there with a disgusted look on your face, and it's like, yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation.
You're probably wondering why I have this expression on my face.
Gameplay. The gameplay takes place from 3/4 overhead perspective. Each wrestler shares a moveset in the game with the exception of their signature moves. Every character performs a variety of suplexes, a backbreaker, a tombstone piledriver, and an atomic drop, various diving attacks, and a variety of kicks, punches, and elbows and forearm shots. Several finishing moves have similar appearances to quote-unquote weak moves that are done at the beginning of wrestling match, like Dustin Rhodes' Bulldog and Johnny B. Bad's basic left hook.
Yeah, so the finisher looks like the same weak move that you're doing earlier in the match to build up to your finisher.
Exactly. Modes of play include singles, tag team, an 8-man singles tournament, a tag team tournament between 4 teams, and the ultimate challenge, where a player must defeat every other wrestler in the game. Different stipulations can be selected for matches. Bouts can either be contested under 1 fall, first to 3 falls, or a time limit of differing lengths, where the most falls within the time limit wins the match. During the course of the match, boxes pop up showing the referee counting, Tony Schiavone providing minimal commentary, and wrestlers saying a catchphrase after performing their signature move. The wrestlers will also pop out and say their catchphrase on the wrestler select menu. Now, this is probably why the game was memorable.
Yes, absolutely.
Because the wrestlers would, as you're going through and you're selecting who you want to play as, the wrestler would just pop out of the screen. Like, for example, Sting would come out and do his yell.
Yep.
But it was like these random catchphrases that they kept doing over and over and over. It's like, okay, this is getting annoying quick.
I think Ricky's was, I dropped the IC title so I could be home with my kid. I think that's what Ricky said.
After a year-long feud with Macho Man and this great build and everything. And then after 2 months, I was like, oh, this is trash. I don't want the IC title. I guess I'll drop it to Honky Tonk Man on a random Saturday show. I want
to be home with my son.
But they had these random catchphrases that popped out. And after a while, it's just like, okay, this is effing annoying. Like this needs to stop quick.
Yeah.
But it was memorable.
Not in a good way, though.
But it was memorable, more memorable than the game itself. The game was actually terrible to play.
It was hard to control your guys and get moves done, because you mentioned the 3/4, Jeff. What that is if you've ever played Royal Rumble, Raw, any of those games that came out for the Super Nintendo and the Genesis, they were like a side to side, right? Like you had a side view of the ring, and it was more of an up and down, side to side kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Whereas with the WCW game, the ring was a diamond shape. Mm-hmm. So you were looking at it kind of from the top down. Right. And so the angles of moving around the ring and trying to strike your opponent or grab for a move didn't always land right. Like you'd think you were in the right spot and you'd try something and it would fail and then you get your ass beat.
Yep.
It was so frustrating. Whereas you could pick up and play a Royal Rumble, no problem. Mm-hmm. And it was so frustrating about this game. And the moves were just, The best thing about it was the roster. It was memorable because of the character selection screen. As much as I love WCW for the NES, I dislike WCW for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, the camera angle wasn't great.
No, it sucked.
The other thing that made me laugh is Vader was wearing a double strap singlet.
Yes, thank you.
So he looked like Mantar.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, he looked like a huge baby, like with a diaper on and overalls.
That's the best way of putting it. That's exactly what it was.
And a mask on. It was horrifying. Like, why am I seeing Vader's legs? I don't want to see that.
But think of Mantar. That's how he looked. I mean, because even the mask, if you look at Mantar and you look at Vader with the mask on in the video game, it was almost like dead on and stuff like that.
Yeah. So my question is, what reference photo were they looking at when they designed Vader for this game? I honestly, I have no idea, because at least we know with the Galoobs, that information came out years later that it was a photo they took at a house show of a street fight, and Doom was in sweatpants and tennis shoes. Mm-hmm. Where in the world did they get a picture of Vader wearing a 2-strap singlet that made him look like a huge man baby with a horrifying mask on? Look like Mantar. I didn't like it. I found it disgusting. I didn't like it. It's disgusting, and I don't like it.
The moves were difficult to do. I did not have fun with this game at one bit.
Nope.
It was that bad. And they did the camera view from the corner post. They didn't do it like straight on, like looking at it side to side from the wrestling, like you got prime seats at WrestleMania looking at it straight on.
Yeah.
You were actually looking at it overhead of a corner post.
Yeah.
It was just a weird way to do that. I don't know. It was just different. Okay, reception. GamePro gave the game a generally negative review. They praised several game features and licensings, tie-ins such as digitized images and sound bites of popular wrestlers, but were critical of its quote-unquote stiff animation and mediocre gameplay. They particularly noted that the stiff animations make it difficult to line a wrestler up in order to execute a move, which is true.
Yep.
Allgame gave this game a score of 2 stars out of a possible 5. The Allgame website noted the similarity of WCW Super Brawl Wrestling to its rival WWF Raw and Royal Rumble, which features WCW's main rival, the WWF. Now, I also pulled one other review because I thought this was pretty funny. This is from Game FAQ's GameSpot.com. The review was by Brack Zero, and this was on June 17th, 2001.
Oh, wow. So like 7 years after the game came out.
So he started off with, what the hell? That was my first reaction to this game. I mean, who hasn't played a better SNES wrestling game? WCW Super Brawl Wrestling has got to be the worst wrestling game I've ever played. Not only does it feature those 80-year-old WCW wrestlers from the early 70s. I don't agree with that.
You're just being rude, sir.
Dustin Rhodes was not from the 70s. Come on now.
No.
But it also has bad control, overly simple gameplay, and annoying music to go with it. Ew. Graphics. The sprites were pretty big and pretty clear. They moved kind of strangely through. They looked very stiff compared to other wrestling games releases at the time. The wrestling ring was viewed from a corner, so you see it as a diamond, as you said, Scott, rather than a square. This wasn't a bad thing, but it was sure a bit strange when you first look at it, especially if you were just playing another SNES wrestling game. Anyway, the crowd looked horrible. But then again, I haven't seen a single wrestling game for any system that looks good. He talks about how the audio is trash.
Yeah, it was okay.
Replayability. I definitely don't want to play through this game again anytime soon. At least not in one player. If you hook up another controller, you can play the game with a friend. You can either play with each other on a tag team or against each other.
He said play with each other.
But then again, the game altogether is not good. So playing with a friend doesn't really help. Final word, if you want to play good wrestling game for the Super Nintendo, play WWF Raw or WWF Royal Rumble. Don't play WCW Super Brawl Wrestling. It's got a bad wrestling system with some oldie wrestlers. And to go along with them, you've got your cheap sound and annoying music. There are definitely much better SNES wrestling games. So if you are looking for a good one, stay clear of this one because it's not great. Final score, 3 out of 10.
Yeah, that checks out, dude. That's actually a really solid review. I can't say I agree with everything that he said, but overall with like the gameplay and everything, yeah, he absolutely nailed it. I wouldn't even call the game simple. I would call the gameplay frustrating because that's how I found it to be. And I would try to pop it in every now and then and just play it. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'm missing something, like with Fire Pro, for example. Fire Pro is very timing based. And once you have it down, you can get really good really fast. But this wasn't even necessarily a timing thing. It was almost like you had to play the angles properly. And it wasn't anything that you wanted to get like to pick up quickly. You just keep playing it and you just keep getting frustrated. And there was no like, oh, okay, I think I'm getting the hang of it finally. After so many playthroughs, I gave up on this one. I put it aside. We still have it. We never resold it or anything. We still have it. But it's not one that if I were ever to hook up my Super Nintendo again, I'd be like, oh, that's the game I'm playing. I would never play this game again.
All right, Scott, for how many bites would you give it? And this is our game rating.
There is so much to dislike about this game. 4.
You're giving it a straight 4, huh?
A straight 4. Yep.
Dude, I'm giving it a 2.8. Terrible.
Okay. Yeah.
The only thing I would give it credit on is the graphics were good.
Yeah. The graphics were fine.
They were colorful. They were, the one thing I didn't like is it looked like the WCW wrestlers kind of were like, when they would stand there, they were like in a hulking pose with their arms down by their junk and stuff. It was weird.
Yeah. They were on a push out of 2.
But exactly. But the colors were good on it. The graphics, just the way it popped, it did catch your eye. I mean, even though the wrestlers were wearing not even outfits that even they wore, like Vader wearing a Mantar singlet or, just stuff like that. It was weird.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm looking on eBay right now. I will say the last sold, just the cartridge, sold on November 30th for $27, just the cartridge.
Wow. Okay.
Somebody sold one with the box, with the white box that the cartridge would come in.
Oh, that included also. And
the box with instructions for last sold November 27th for $52.49.
Damn, really? 50? Somebody paid 50. Oh, that's actually $7 less than I paid for it back in 1994.
Now, this one is weird. There was one that sold, let me go back to this, on November 3rd. It sold for $135.
Was it signed?
No.
The heck?
Okay, so here's the item description. This listing is for the Super Nintendo game WCW Super Brawl shown in the photos. The game comes as shown in its original box with inserts. The game is in good used condition. The manual is an old reprint. It is the only thing missing. The pages are coming out and it is not nearly as good of a condition as the game/box and inserts.
Damn.
There is some wear to the box from age and storage like corner wear. See photos. This would make an excellent addition. No, it wouldn't. It was a horrible addition when we bought it, and it was a horrible addition. There's nothing that makes this different from any other. I mean, the box is in pretty good condition, but not $135 good condition.
Holy crap. That's insane. When did that one sell?
That was on November 3rd.
Whoa. I wonder if that was a supply and demand thing. Like maybe it was the only one available at the time and somebody just decided they had to have that game.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so here's another one that sold for $170.
Wow.
On October 15th. Complete in box. They still have the plastic on it. Like, remember how they would come in the games would come in the plastic
yes,
like Ziploc type thing, but it wasn't a Ziploc?
Yeah.
By FCI platform, region code with materials resource. Yeah, why did that sell for $170?
That's crazy, dude. Like I could see if like the box was signed by some WCW guys, but holy crap.
Okay, here's another one that sold for $149.99. What made these sell for?
Yeah, and then that other one just sold for like 50?
52.
Oh, wow.
Oh, here's another one. Is that one sealed? It says rare WCW Super Bowl Wrestling SNES game sold for $80. So
okay.
It gets some love on the secondary market nowadays, but I don't know why. Well,
I've got the box, game, white insert, instructions, everything in the garage right now.
Sell it.
I'm not going to. No, never. What? The wrestling games I'll never get rid of.
Oh, all right. Well, you better not get rid of Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball.
Never. I'd get rid of Super Brawl before that.
One of the best baseball games of all time.
I agree with you. That game is a classic.
Still to this day is a lot of fun to play because I play it on a retro handhold that Justin Summers actually recommended. So thank you, Justin.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. So
the home run derby's fun in that, dude. Just a recommendation.
It is a lot of fun. Yep. The only thing I have a tough time is squaring up the ball. It always seems like I'm late and I'm going to opposite fields a lot of times.
You'll pick it up.
I want to give a quick shout out to our podcasting buddies. Of course, the TB Toycast with Breaker and Travis. PPW podcast with Steve. Steve, one day I'll make it out to your Christmas party, I promise. Our wonderful friend that we had on last week, Legendary Wrestling Figures with Brian, Work the Arm podcast with Jeff and Jamie, and of course our lovely Ryan Buds with Trivia with Buds, Chick Foley Show, and Boot to the Face with Rucker and EJ, of course. All right, Scott, that is it for episode 515. Is it time for Taco Bell?
No, I think we're doing barbecue chicken tonight.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Nice.
We found a way of doing it that comes out really good. We do it on the Blackstone.
Ooh.
Yep. Do some mashed potatoes and corn with it. Comes out really good.
Oh yeah. Keep going.
Settle down over there.
All right. Fat Boy Jeff just kind of reared its ugly head. Anyways.
Barbecue chicken.
Yeah, we know some coworkers that used to be like that, right? Anyways. All right, Scott, for episode 515, anything else?
Stay safe, stay healthy. Big Life since 2016. Happy toy hunting and be good to each other out there.
I want to thank Brian again for being on last week. That was a lot of fun with you, man. And I want to thank everybody for listening to the episode of 515, 485 to 1,000, which equals the Soundwave that you can pre-order on Robusen.
Exactly. Do it. And then let us know. We want to know who the ballers are out there.
Yeah. We want to live vicariously through you.
We really do.
Adios.
Yeah. Fullyposeable. Let's go. Jeff and Scott, the Toon Brothers, busting out the ring. But we don't take it out the box, M.U.S.C.L.E. Happy toy hunting, we'll see you next week. We're the OGs of WFP. Fullyposeable, thank you all for listening. It ain't no storyline, real life siblings. So everybody go and do your toy spotting. #FigLife, adios from the Kings.